What's up, fam? Welcome back to my channel, or if you are new to this channel, welcome. My name is Mary, and here I am again with another quarantine vlog. I think this is my third one now, but I promise you this will be super interesting. A lot of crazy stuff has happened the last 2 weeks. I recently moved all my geckos that were in the living room into this room, so it looks completely different. So I want to show you guys a little bit of that. Also recently just went bioactive for my crested gecko Lola. This is my first time going bioactive. I would just talk about how much I wanted to do it, and you know what, I finally said just do it. I'm in quarantine, I had the time, so I will show you that. I didn't film any of me actually doing it because this is my first time. I was learning as well, so I usually don't like to film stuff that's like my first time doing it because I'm not sure how it's going to turn out. But I definitely want to move in my second crested gecko Biggie into a bioactive, so maybe I will show you guys a little bit of that. Her enclosure has been doing so good so far, so no dead plants yet. It's not 100% all bioactive. I do have her tree of life in there, so I will show you guys that. But so far she's been doing good. She's been in there for like 2 weeks now, so that's been pretty awesome. I healed Camila the other day. She laid a bunch of eggs. Although I was really confident on what I was doing, I was so worried and stressed out for her because I know sometimes things could go really wrong. But there's definitely some steps to getting her to lay the eggs. I had to buy her some special dirt with some play sand in it, get her a big enough box. So I will show you guys a little bit of some clips of that. I didn't film like pretty much anything about her laying her eggs because I didn't want to stress her out. I pretty much had her blocked off the whole time because the girl needed her privacy to lay her eggs. But I will show you guys a little bit of clips about that. She is now eating and doing fine. It's like the third day of her after laying the egg, so she's been eating and just getting all her calcium. So I will touch base a little bit on that. I also did almost lose my tomato frog marinara. Almost. She is alive right now. She's eating. She is back to her normal frog self. But if she did pass, it would have been 100% my fault. A really crazy freak accident. I'm going to tell you guys what happened, so hopefully you can avoid this situation, because something I really didn't think about could happen, and it happened. But luckily she is back with us and she is doing good. But since everybody has to use gloves going to the grocery stores and whatnot, it was really hard for me to find gloves. So I typically didn't get the same gloves that I would always get in the same little section in the medical area. So when I was like, I think in the paint section, I found gloves, and they had some kind of powder in it, and that powder, I guess, is easy for it to come off if you have sweaty hands or whatever. But there was nothing on the top of it, so I thought. So when I went to go pick her up one day, these are the brand new gloves, I noticed instantly a white film go on her, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like, is she dying on me? Like, I was so confused. And then I kind of like, it just came to me, take off the gloves. I took off the gloves and I felt her, and she was sticky. Her color was getting lost, her eyes were shedding. She was totally about to die on me. I sprayed her, put her in a bowl with some heating pad, got all that goo off of her, and she's fine now. But that powder inside the gloves had gone a little bit on my hand, like on top of the gloves itself, and got on her skin. And obviously frogs get everything, absorb everything through their skin. So she was absorbing that powder, which made it instantly sticky on her, which probably made her not be able to breathe and had some toxins in it. So thank God I decided to take those gloves off right away and wash her down and get that glue off and bring her back to life. And thank God. I honestly thank God that she's here right now, because I could have killed my frog that way. So yeah, I know gloves always seem like the safe thing to use with your frogs or your amphibians in general, but wow, you really have to be careful on really what's on there, because you could almost have lost your baby like I did. So I'm just like so happy that she's here with me. I learned my lesson, and you know, after all that happened, I was just like, duh, Mary, like, of course, why would you use those gloves like that? I wasn't thinking, and common sense. You guys probably already know not to use gloves like that, but for those who don't, learn from me. I did move my 3 geckos from the living room to the reptile room. They were done with quarantine. They all are eating amazing and have gained a lot of weight. Also, what made me super stoked was June was having like problems with her shed. Every time she shed, it would get better and better, but it would always be on her toes. It would just be so hard to get that stuck shed off. And then yesterday she had a full shed and there was absolutely none on her toes. So the girl is doing a lot better. Sunny was a little African fat tail, and she is up here in a 20-gallon long, and I did do some forest floor by Zoom Ed. I will post that up right now of what type of substrate I am using for them. That keeps the humidity in for them, and I haven't seen them like digest anything when they are, you know, hunting for their crickets or anything. So far so good with all them. They've been going to the bathroom and I'm just so happy I have them. I have Sunny and Cher. Sunny definitely didn't like me for the first couple of weeks. He hated me. He even bit my finger to the point it bled. Kind of have a little scar there you can see, but that was like the first week I got him. Now he's doing a whole lot better. He's just a moody guy, so I respect him, but boy, I had no clue how gnarly African fat tail bites can be. And then Sunny, she's doing amazing. She is a savage. She likes to eat her crickets like a crazy woman. So she's doing great. Everybody's doing great. So I will show you a little bit about them. I'm so happy I have them in my family now. So I recently just started a TikTok. I did the Pass the Reptile challenge with a bunch of awesome girls. So if you want me to link that below, I will. You guys should check that out. It came out super cute. I'm super happy I linked up with these chicks because they are all so amazing and so nice, and it just makes me feel like this community should feel is like, you know, women supporting women and having each other's backs and, you know, lifting each other up instead of bringing each other down, because that is what this community should be about. I definitely was getting in a rut for a while, like, you know, with the internet and whatnot. But then I realized about how many amazing friends I do have on this community, and I want to say I love you guys all. Please stay positive during this quarantine. Don't let it get to your head. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram because that's where I post everybody on, you guys. And follow me on TikTok if you want, because I'm just starting to get into that. Still have no idea how to use it. But anyways, I love you guys. Let's roll on with this vlog. Please be safe, stay home. Don't forget to comment below, subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys. Okay, so let me start off with showing you my 2 African fat-tailed gecko enclosures and where June is now. So up here, this is Sunny's enclosure. She is the smaller female African fat tail. I'm sorry if there's a bad glare. But she does have she has 4 different hides in there. There's actually another one behind those trees. She has humid hide, her water, and she has been eating great. Over here is June. This is my leopard gecko that I rescued, and she's doing great. I just have, you know, basic 3 hides, a cool side and a warm side, her humid hide. She also loves to climb. I added this branch recently to her enclosure. When the sun starts to get down, I will catch her all the time trying to explore up here. So she has been doing really good, and like I said, she just had a shed. But I just noticed actually she has a little bit on her nose, so I'm going to have to help her get that off. But other than that, she has been doing great and eating like a crazy woman, making a mess out of her calcium dish. So I took that out of there, but I need to add it back in. I did have a dig box in there for quite some time. She never stepped foot in there, so I decided to take that out. To the bigger male African fat tail that I got he got a bigger enclosure. So this is actually a fish tank. It is a 36-gallon fish tank that I flipped on its side and added this little kit from I Heart Geckos. It's super awesome. You just do little clips like this. So you buy your tank separately and then you add this to it. And that is Sunny's enclosure. He's obviously sleeping right now. And he's been doing awesome. Simple, that's where I have my 3 new geckos, and like I said, they've been doing good. I also moved my salamander over here, and he's been doing awesome. So yeah, that is just a little glimpse of the reptile room right now. I'll show you guys the rest. A little bit of how Lola's enclosure came out. Like I said, this is my first time ever going bioactive for her, so I think it looks pretty good. You know, she has her isopods in there. She has, what are those other things? I'm having a brain fart. She has everything she needs in there. I try to do it, you know, the proper way so everything grows. She seems to be doing good. Seems to be liking it. I think it looks pretty rad. I mean, it's not fully amazing like the other ones you see online. You know, people add some stuff right here, but for me, this was a good start. You know, I want to definitely up my game a lot, but I think for right now, this looks pretty darn good. So I moved her right here, and then next to her is my Chameleon Verde. I need to clean her enclosure. And then down in the bottom is Ozzy, still in his 40-gallon. And then Biggie is, he upgraded to a tub because he was in that, I think it's a 10-gallon? He was in that 10-gallon, and I had this open for him and decided to give him some more room. So he's been in there, but I'm definitely, eventually, I'm just waiting to figure out when or where I'm going to buy it, but I'm going to buy him one of those. So he is going to upgrade from the tub to a bigger glass enclosure. But until then, that will do fine. I just have to always be misting it. So yeah, that is a little bit of changes that have happened in the reptile room so far. But this little Verde over here, she definitely needs a little cleaning. And I'm gonna feed her. She's been eating super good so far since her laying all her eggs. So I'm super happy about that. So yeah, let me give her a little cleaning, and of course, I have to show you guys him. Santana, hi buddy. He's so cute. So now that I have her all cleaned up, I'm going to offer her some crickets right now. I did have a live tree in this enclosure, but I was going to repot it, and then I accidentally left it outside, so it burned to a crisp. Like I said, I am planning on upgrading this enclosure anyway, so I'm just gonna leave it like this until I get the bigger one, and then I'm going to actually try to do bioactive on her new chameleon enclosure. But this was her first one. I got her when she was just a baby, so it's definitely time for her to upgrade. Let me see where she's at. She hasn't really been in the mood for me since she laid her eggs, but hello, we got some calcium all over you. That's what we like to see. Yeah. All right, I'm going to also show you guys some videos of how she looked when she was when she started digging. So I had a really small dig box in there, and I will show you that video right now. After I realized it was time for her to start laying her eggs, like she seriously needed to, I upgraded her to this bigger bin like this. It was just a lot deeper. I filled it up all the way to the brim, and she made like a little cave and laid her eggs. I'm sorry if you hear all this noise in the background. That is Santana trying to get my attention. So yeah, I did, once I upgraded her to this big box, it was a go. She was ready to lay her eggs, and she had like her little tunnel, and I will show you all those eggs she laid. I felt so bad for the girl. She had to be uncomfortable, but you know, thank the Lord, she laid them all, so we're good to go. So definitely, if you have a female chameleon, gotta do your research, because she's going to lay her eggs one way or another. Just wanted to end this video with my little angel marinara. There she is, doing well. I've been keeping an eye on her, misting her. She's been eating great, so I'm not going to be using gloves anymore. I don't think in general. I'm just going to always have my hands nice and clean when I handle her. I don't even handle her that often, but I'm so happy she's doing well, and you know, I just hope this progress still keeps up. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Do not forget to follow, subscribe, give it a thumbs up, all that good stuff. And we will see you in the next video.